All right, so I know it was just 1 out of 162, and you just talked about it a second ago, but how big was that first win of the season, you stepping up at the mound at the end and sealing it off with the first save?
Oh, it's super cool, man. I mean, it's stuff that you dream about your entire life. Like, you get out there, you get the save opportunity, and for me, coming against a team that drafted me was honestly like a special moment. Doing it in front of my friends and family that are here from home, so it's super cool. I think that we talk about it all spring training. Like, every team wants to win the World Series, but you got to play 162 first. So to go ahead and get the first one out of the way is good.
All right, and like you said, Longview, Texas kid, back with the team that drafted you. Just looking at your journeys through the minors, from the stats, it's been up and down, and then, of course, from Rule 5 to the Mets to Boston real quick. Just what's these last few years been like for you?
It's been nothing short of crazy, but I mean, that's the way that this game is, man. I mean, I've been doing it, my entire life of traveling around and playing for different teams, and then obviously you get, picked up by the Rangers in 2019, like the hometown team, sort of, and it's been crazy. I mean, to go from, being a starter in the minor leagues and getting moved to the bullpen, and then the next year getting on a completely new team, and like the Mets drafting me, and then 2 minutes later getting traded to Boston was another crazy thing. And just your first year on the team, like coming into spring training, not knowing any guys, it just felt like starting over again. And, you start over after you get to college, or you get to college, you start over like a high school, and then same thing when you get drafted, and then a whole nother team, just, starting over, but, having these guys in the locker room that are pushing you and staying behind your back and, letting you know, like, for the first time as a big league player that, you deserve and you belong to be out there. So it's been awesome.
Any relief pitchers that you model your game after?
Definitely. I think that like one of the biggest ones came like after being in the big leagues for a year was the guy who was over there and was with us last year, Chris Martin. He's someone that, you just take like his body of work and look at, the ability to go out there and just throw strikes and compete every day is someone that I really kind of pride myself in, like learning a lot from him last year and trying to emulate parts of his game.
Just see, I saw your numbers. The ERA decreased a lot. 2023 looked like you were at your best. What do you think clicked for you before that and then after that to get you where you are now?
A couple of things. I think like one was the implementation of the cutter, which was a new pitch that I started throwing that year, and that was something that became a really big pitch for me. Like something to separate the fastball and the slider, and then also started throwing a curveball too. And just a couple of different weapons to give hitters different looks. And I think too was just kind of like regaining the confidence after a couple down years in the minors of just knowing that I had the stuff to be able to compete. It was just more like kind of in my head about, not thinking about the what ifs and this and that, and stop like kind of worrying about the bad results and just knowing that I had the stuff to get good results. I just had to believe it.
Yes, sir. And then my last question, you play in one of the most competitive divisions. Obviously, you're going to be one of the big high leverage guys for Boston. So whenever you're taking on teams like Baltimore, you saw score 12 runs opening day. We know what the Yankees can do. The Blue Jays are always still going to be scary. What's your mindset attacking those teams?
Yeah, I think it's the same that it has against any team, to be honest with you. But obviously, like tons of respect for all of those teams. Our division is a tough one to play in, and we got guys in all of those lineups that are capable of doing damage. But just having that, in a way, we kind of joke about it in our bullpen of like having like delusional confidence of like going out there and I might only throw 92, but they've never seen this 92, and just making jokes like that where you just kind of keep that edge and just knowing like every time that you take the mound that you're a dog and you're out there for a reason.
All right, man. Well, we're looking forward to watching you this season, and hopefully you can help lead that Boston team bullpen to the playoffs. I know y'all want to get back.
Yeah, for sure.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah.